Omens, Danusha Lamaris. Out here, we read everything as a sign. The coyote in its scruffed coat, bending to eat a broken persimmon on the ground. The mess of crows that fills the apple tree, makes a racket, lifts off. In between, quiet. The winter fog is a blank. I wish I could make sense of the child's empty bed, of the bullet hole through my brother's heart. The mailman drops a package on the front stoop, and the neighbor's dog won't stop barking. I tread down the stairs lightly. Because we can't know what comes next, we say, the plum tree is blooming early. There are buck antlers lying in the grass. A mountain lion left its footprints by the bridge.
Gary Young. Every Wednesday, Bill brings oysters to the market. I like to eat them with salsa, cilantro, and lime. I like to run my tongue along the slick lip of the inner shell and suck them into my mouth. I love knowing they're alive. Bill wants to know how many, and when I tell him I'll start with 2, he taps his blunt knife against a block of ice and shucks 3.
Debronzing Reality by Nicholas James Whittington. We turn on the sunset through our letter's armature. As the last time the place flooded, back in 1973, a whole decade before the bloom. Such colors fill the tide, as the fog overtakes the hill, milking the sun of all its warmth. The blue above the bank turns yellow, and the bay below comes into view. If spectrally, a secondary landscape illuminates the earth. Changeable chordal structure of the clouds, brightest only light upon the bay, turns out, blinks away, to sea. In smudge of dawn, skies stretch marks an oak, standing out from the pines, where the crows and sportsmen practice communication, trying to fool the real into revealing itself through sound and association. A black-headed finch shits on the bench beside me, at my left hand, on the arm of the bench which becomes me now. Another scuttles in the ground tan bark, powdered into mostly dust. This world of small animations, minor locks, and the skittishness of language. The chest heaves erratically, and in slow motion, motives crawl away. Like bugs on my tongue, buds of summery flavor, a taste, as it were, of some fully verbal phase, in which every poem is read in water, turning the discrete into concrete, a serial credence, 3 letters in no envelope, butt of a cigarette and all the jokes. The city seems to have left me. Still, I can't get out of it. Interred stars warm in early spring, a time of inappropriate bloom. Plum and cherry and close encounters. A deer arrives, and suddenly it is time for me to go. I don't hope folks will fold or the weather change my mood. The all-bearing shoulders padded with mulch, the difference an L makes. Not much. Up the coast, the same costs, the same pitch turns the burned pile black.
Holy, 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 by David Allen Sullivan. After our New Year's Day ritual of plunging naked into the ocean on a stretch of beach few people frequent, we tossed around whom we'd been and who we wanted to be. When conditions gelled, the wave threw itself skyward, spread like a great fan, thinned to transparency. A see-through scrim of water, and I shouted, "Look!" The turned head saw only the after mist of its dispersal. Mist the fan's white ruffles that flecked outer edges, the way it froze at its apex, hung there, portal to the future year, before imploding as if drawn down into a slit in the sea, stagecraft, sleight of hand, retracted. We were sitting on clothes and towels, half-dressed, absorbed in the sunset that pinked our cold bodies, and I felt dumb, not knowing what to make of it. But perhaps it's just this spread of words that magics up the world. Something not to be seen, but seen through. As if I dealt out card hands repeatedly until a straight flush fanned out. Vindicated persistence. The way the second time it shot up, it caught the lemony sun's lozenge, dropping toward the sea's seam, and dissolved it momentarily. The miraculous everyday is the real trick. To feel the transcendent lift without the crazed glass screen. To be transported just by seeing what is. To see clearly. To be here, with the odd community these words make, with those friends, with you, whom I'll probably never meet, yet whom I touch, in this moment, when the underwater shelves hit just right, and all aligns to jettison the spume skyward, to bind and bless us a third time before night descends.
The world has need of you. Everything here seems to need us. Rainer Maria Rilke. I can hardly imagine it as I walk to the lighthouse, feeling the ancient prayer of my arms swinging in counterpoint to my feet. Here I am, suspended between the sidewalk and twilight, the sky dimming so fast it seems alive. What if you felt the invisible tug between you and everything? A boy on a bicycle rides by, his white shirt open, flaring behind him like wings. It's a hard time to be human. We know too much and too little. Does the breeze need us? The cliffs? The gulls? If you've managed to do one good thing, the ocean doesn't care. But when Newton's apple fell toward the earth, ever so slightly, fell toward the apple. Ellen Bass.